We're about to find out what happens when you put the biggest game on Roblox up against the biggest upcoming game on Roblox, okay? So make sure you guys hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, because this video is about to get either toxic, it might go well with the community, or the community might just completely hate me for this, okay? So make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and let's get into it. Okay, so what is up, guys? Hope you guys are having a brand new day. It's a new day. Hope you guys are having a good day. I'm having a great day, okay? But we're about to bring one topic that I feel can either make or break this channel, okay? Because both parties, they get toxic sometimes, okay? So, and this topic is Blox Fruits versus RELL Seas, okay? Keep in mind, I will try to be as unbiased as possible, okay? This is an opinion thing, but I will try my best to be as unbiased as possible, okay? So don't hate me or get mad at me or try to find my IP address or something, okay? Please, okay? It's just comparing games, okay? Please don't try to break me, okay? One, we have a game that's fully released and is proven to be the biggest game on Roblox, okay? It's done its job. It's doing really well, okay? Especially with the updates they rolled around, it's doing really well. And we have one on the other side, which is RELL Seas, which is upcoming, building the game. And I mean, we plan on getting the game this year, but we just don't know when. But we're gonna see which one is different and to see which is better so far, okay? So the system we're gonna be ranking this on are we have a list of options here in front of me, and that's what I'm pretty much gonna do it based off, okay? So the first part is graphics, okay? This is just talking about the overall look at the game. What does it look like? Is it musty? Is it clean? Okay, we're just looking at that, okay? Next is gameplay mechanics, and under gameplay mechanics, we have the grinding system, the hockey, the combat system, you know, devil fruits, whatever, okay? This is gonna be under the gameplay mechanics, okay? The third one is world design and exploration, okay? You know, how well is it to the One Piece? How nice is it, okay? Is it somewhat similar to what One Piece is, okay? Next one is customization, okay? How freely can you add or change your character? What can you put on your character to make your character look different from your Roblox avatar, okay? So I should be able to go in with the complete noob account and, you know, still be able to design the account, something like that. Just put some flair into this. The next one is the community, okay? How good is the community? Do they have a large audience? Do they have a small audience? How well is everything going community wise, okay? Next one is we're looking at updates. How much do they give us updates? How frequently these updates tend to be, you know, just overall like that. And the last one, it's going to be overall look of the game. After looking at all the points, which one took home the dub, okay? So that's all the systems I will be literally ranking these on, okay? So let's get into the first one, which is graphics, okay? Now, graphics is something I feel is very important to the game. It's detrimental to a game. Like, if you look at GTA 6, those graphics, after they said that that was recorded on a PlayStation 5, those graphics are literally crazy, okay? The fact that the game is going to be thick as hell and 200 gigabytes or something, that's irrelevant. But this game, you know, we're looking at graphics here, okay? So we have RELL Seas on one hand, which I think has proven to have good graphics, really good graphics, and you have Blox Fruits who don't also have crazy graphics, who don't have the worst graphics. They also did updates on their swords, on the UIs, on different things, okay? Now for the graphics one, I think we can give this one to RELL Seas, okay? Now this one is again, I'm trying to be as unbiased as possible, okay? But I think for graphics wise, I think I can give this one to RELL Seas, okay? Because for RELL Seas, you know, you have different things. They showed you the swords, they showed you the sea beasts, the dinosaurs, everything in this game looks pretty sick. We saw RELL Heaven, we've seen the leopard, and I think the overall look of the game, we are gonna get some crazy good graphics on this. Don't get me wrong though, I'm not here to hate on Blox Fruits. Blox Fruits does have decent graphics, but when I'm putting the two up against each other, I do not think Blox Fruits beats RELL Seas in terms of graphics, okay? That's what we're gonna give this one to. Okay, next one, we're looking at gameplay mechanics, okay? This is grinding. We're looking at the devil fruits, the hockey, the combat system, whatever it is, okay? Now this one might get a bit controversial because this is one of the most important rank systems, I'd say, because RELL Seas really isn't out here. So we can't have an honest truth on how the PvP is gonna. I mean, we see what the devs give us, but we can never really know how good it is until we, the community, test it ourselves to see how well it is. Okay, so for gameplay mechanics, I think I'll have to give this one to Blox Fruits. Okay, not being weird at all, because you could justify that RELL Seas it will be better or might be better, but you don't really officially know. Okay, gameplay mechanics, grinding, hockey, we already have everything set. I mean, when you look at something like hockey, maybe for hockey I could give that to RELL Seas when looking at this whole gameplay mechanics, but you know, that's as far I'll go. Okay, there's combat system, double fruits, hockey, grinding. This is something we, the community, have already tested and already know that it works and it does well. RELL Seas, we're just basing it off like, oh, this is what the devs give us, this is what, so you can never really know until you fully test it your own self. Okay, so that's why I want to give this one to Blox Fruits per se. Okay, but in the future when RELL Seas comes out, I would love to do this ranking again and see if it changes anything or if it was better or worse. We're just gonna look at that way. Okay, next one we're doing is world design and exploration. Okay, this is literally how close is your game to the actual One Piece. Okay, how well does your story flow, how well does the system flow? Okay, what islands do we start at? Do we end up going to see, you know, the whole the Heaven Kingdom, whatever, literally the sky base, something, I forgot what it's called. Okay, but you know, how well is it close to the One Piece world? And for this one, I think I can give it to RELL Seas. Now I will be able to argue it because on RELL Seas we have different bosses that are going to be in the game, and what I really like that they did was they did a replica size. They did the same size, or what they feel was the same size, from the Roblox character to the actual bosses. Okay, you look at Luffy compared to the bad guys he faced, they were massive, they were huge. Okay, so that's what I like. Blox Fruits, it's like you got the same size as a dude following you. Now, don't get me wrong, Blox Fruits, you go from the island to the jungle and then to the frozen village, and then, you know, yeah, but it's got its own thing. But for RELL Seas, I've already seen Rel Heaven, I've seen the marine base, I've seen they even adding Impel Down. Okay, the fact that they're adding Impel Down is crazy. They have a whole Impel Down system that you need to get past. I think Blox Fruits does have Impel Down, but theirs is not something too crazy. Okay, this is nothing too crazy. But for RELL Seas, they talk about they have a Impel Down, they have all this one, so that's why I feel this one could go to RELL Seas, because I think they justify their case. Okay, we've seen a whole bunch of islands that they've released to us. We've seen a lot of things, hence why I feel we can actually confidently say we can give this one to RELL Seas for this one. Okay, now we're going on to the next tab, which is customization. Okay, and for customization, we're looking at how well can I design my character. Could I go in with a complete Roblox noob skin and come out as something different in the game? Okay, can I what type of accessories do I have access to? Accessories, do I have access to skins? Do I have access to pretty much things that I can do in the game? And for this one, I think I'll give it to because this one, you know what, for this one I think it kind of evens out. Okay, because you might be like, but in Blox Fruits they don't give you the customization tab to design a new character, completely new character, but RELL Seas gives you that. Okay, but at the same time, RELL Seas doesn't have different dragon skins. Okay, you know, and I've seen the coats and the accessories that they do in RELL Seas, so I mean, I guess that might put RELL Seas a little higher than Blox Fruits, but I don't think it's too far apart for me to be able to argue which one's ultimately better. Because in customization, because in Blox Fruits they've also started adding stuff like different skins. You could put different dragon skins, okay, different fruit skins, like the falcon skin. You can design it pretty much as different as possible, which is, to me, which is really, really cool. They're giving you different options of customization. Again, I have no idea yet in RELL Seas. They haven't talked about boss drops. They haven't talked about if you defeat a boss, it drops it. Okay, I mean, I think the only one that I'm aware of that they talked about was if you kill like a sea serpent, like a sea beast serpent, whatever, you get like some wings that you could put on your ships. Okay, you could design your ships. Okay, that might put RELL Seas a little above Blox Fruits here, because they're allowing you to customize your ships, customize your character. So I think RELL Seas might have that up a little higher than Blox Fruits, but I don't think it's like a crazy distance, because in Blox Fruits you also get the same stuff, like you can customize your fruits, you can customize different things around, you can wear, they do boss drops, they do accessories that you can get. Okay, so that's why for this one, let's just say for this one, yeah, each party gets a point. RELL Seas 1 point, customization, and I mean Blox Fruits 1 point. Actually, I think we can do that one even and out, and we can do that one pretty well. Okay, next one we're looking at is community. Community, this one's a big one. Community is a really big one, because you know, how big is your community? Okay, and also how toxic is your community? Okay, how well does your community support your content? How well do they love your content? How well do they yearn for your content? Okay, when you want to do updates on the game, how big is your community following up on that? And so for this one, I think I can give this one to RELL Seas. Okay, again, this one might be a bit controversial. I don't think it should be, but RELL Seas has a pretty big community and has a really good community. Okay, the YouTubers that I've watched in this community, it's nothing too crazy. I don't think any of them are horrible. I don't think any of them are bad. I think they're all good people. So you know, and not just based on that, obviously I think in terms of subscriber counts, I would like to say that Blox Fruits definitely have way bigger audience, in terms of, like, if you look at, you have NU, you have Uzoth, you have a bunch of these Blox Fruits YouTubers that you know, with high followings as well. So, but community wise, Blox Fruits is toxic as hell. As it comes to be, you could be chilling, minding your own business, and you got some full dragon user blasting your island, and you ask him, why did he do that? Because I wanted to devour you. Like, what? You know what I'm saying? Blox Fruits, you know, in terms of like size of the community, you know, actually, this is, I don't know if I can argue this, but I think Blox Fruits does have a pretty big community, but then I cannot say RELL Seas doesn't have a big community. You look at their Roblox group, got over 4 million users on RELL games, while on their main one it's like 5 or 6 million people that are in that too. Okay, so I think for this one I'd like to give it to RELL Seas, because you know, and also I think the reason why I give this one to RELL Seas also is because as a community we're waiting for different things to come out, different you know, updates, different when the game's release time is going to be. We're given a whole bunch of that, and you know, people are always, you know, watching the videos, doing a whole lot of that. Even if you look at small content creators that produce content like myself, my first video got what, 500 views. Okay, that's, for me, in terms of first video, I think that's crazy. Okay, that's crazy. And the only reason why that could happen is if people are searching for the content. There's a high volume of people searching for the content because people are waiting for the updates. They're waiting for when this game is going to drop. And again, that's why I want to give it to RELL Seas for this one. Okay, second one, next one we're looking at is updates. Updates. Okay, I think easily would give this one to Blox Fruits. Okay, and the reason for giving this one to Blox Fruits is because I would like to think of it. Blox Fruits had a dragon update. They had a falcon rework. Was it a creation, a barrier rework? Pretty much. They adding a whole bunch of stuff with their different fighting styles. Okay, Blox Fruits just came up with an update not quite long ago. RELL Seas, the game ain't even dropped, so we can't even really be like, oh, we can give updates to RELL Seas because, you know, they come up with what if for RELL Seas the updates they do is every 2 years? Okay, you don't know that, okay, because they want to do another crazy update. You don't know. Okay, but Blox Fruits, they do stuff. They've done the rework on Dragon. They give you a bunch of stuff. Okay, for this one, I think this one should be non-negotiable. I think we can't even argue this one. I think we can give this one to Blox Fruits. Okay, good. I think we should give that one to Blox Fruits. End the discussion there. Okay, now for lastly, we're looking at the overall tab. Now let's just get a look of how the points are for everyone. Okay, so for graphics, we gave that to RELL Seas, so that's 1 for RELL Seas. Gameplay mechanics, we gave that 1 to Blox Fruits, so that's 1 for Blox Fruits. Okay, world design and exploration, we gave that to RELL Seas. Okay, customization, we gave each party a point. Okay, so that means RELL Seas 1 and Blox Fruits another 1 too. Okay, so community, we gave this to RELL Seas, and updates, we gave this to Blox Fruits. Okay, and based on the score, okay, we're left with 4-3, meaning RELL Seas with 4 and Blox Fruits with 3. Okay, so overall, I think the one that takes home the dub will be RELL Seas. Again, we can't confidently speak much for RELL Seas because it's obviously not out yet. But the moment it gets out, I would like to think that this chart I have here is going to be somewhat similar to that as of right now. Okay, so when the game comes out, I'll do like a Blox Fruits versus RELL Seas part 2. Okay, we're gonna see how that goes. We're gonna see how close enough I am to this. Okay, so but right now we have RELL Seas being the top dogs in this one. Okay, so I hope I gave you a balance, a pretty neat an unbiased look of how Blox Fruit versus RELL Seas should be really looked at. Okay, so, and some dude told me that if you click the video that's on the screen right now, you get a year of good luck. Now, if y'all don't want good luck, don't click on the video. You can obviously move on. But if you want some good luck, make sure you click that video, okay? Also, hit that like button and subscribe button, and I'll catch y'all boys later. Peace.